Hey there, Vinyl Community. It's Dave here coming to you from fabulous Piano Revival for another video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching my last video, what I did about the bad records by good bands. And I just want to touch on very quickly that I got a lot of blowback from saying that this Steppenwolf album was a bad record. So I am reviewing all of these records. In my next video, I'm going to rank all these records. I'm listening to them a couple of times and running through them all. And my next video, like I said, will be ranking all these records. Now, it's kind of rainy today, so I thought it would be really fun maybe to just do a video about some really weird records. We all have weird records in our collections that doesn't really fit in with anything else, or they're just plain weird. So we're going to start with this one right here, Soylent Green, a band from Louisiana. I got this in a box, stuck in a box of records that I got about 12, 15 years ago. This is weird because what's on the record has absolutely nothing to do with the sleeve art or the inside. The record itself is obnoxious, hard rap rock from the late 1990s, excuse me. This came out in 1998. The band, like I said, is from Louisiana. This is an independent release, and somebody's dropped major coin on this packaging. It has a Relapse Records from Pennsylvania. And it also has another label over here, Hydrohead from Boston. So I'm not really sure how this band ended up in Pennsylvania and then Boston. I'm going to open this up. It's pressed on pink vinyl with a custom label. And the inside, put this back in here, there is a 45. I can get this out. Okay, there we go. 45, also pressed on pink vinyl. There's a little booklet here with pictures and lyrics. This is really, really hardcore rap rock. This would make Fred Durst blush. It has absolutely nothing to do with any of this artwork. And the fact that it's pressed on pink vinyl just kind of blows my mind. It sounds dated at this point, but it doesn't suck. Let's put it that way. The band, for what they're doing, for what it is, the band is actually pretty good. It's not my cup of tea by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just a weird, strange record that I happen to run across. And moving right along here, we're going to go with this one next. I bought this at a thrift store. And it's the Big Sounds of Sports Cars. All of this is guys, and maybe some gals, I'm not sure, probably mostly guys, just revving the living hell out of big block race cars and burning rubber. And also cars going around a racetrack. I can't imagine people sitting around and listening to this stuff, but they were popular in the 1960s. And this is volume 2 of this kind of strange record. It is on major label, Capitol. There's the rainbow swirl we all have seen 1,000 times before. So apparently they must have made some money on it. So that's a weird album. Okay, speaking of racing, I'm going to talk about this strange thing. Unfortunately, this is not in very good condition. I got this, found this at the dump. It has been gotten wet. I'm going to bring it over here so we can take a closer look at it. What this is 1980s vintage NASCAR drivers warbling their way through country western inspired songs about car racing. It's it's not very good. In fact, I would say that it's pretty horrible. These guys just can't really sing, and the musicians are just not really very good. It's an independently produced album. Show the label. World Series of Country Music presents Volume 1. Hopefully to God there wasn't a Volume 2. I don't know if they actually sold this at racetracks, or if you could get this through mail order. I really don't know anything about this. And the same thing with the cars. They had sponsors. They're all festooned with various sponsors' names and logos and so forth. They got sponsors for the record. And they got a limo company to give them some money. They got Howard Johnson's to give them some money. And they also got Piedmont Airlines to give them some money to produce this thing. And it was all put together by some guy named Mike Meatman Hopkins. I can't make this stuff up. It's beyond ridiculous. So I've held on to this for all these years. I found it in the early 2000s. It's just a piece of weirdness is all it is. And it certainly isn't something that you would ever actually sit down and play. So that's a weird record. All right, we're gonna talk about weird stuff. Walk over here. I know this video is mostly about records, but I had to show this piano. I sold this lady a Henry F. Miller, and I took the old piano, and in the course of smashing it up here, I realized that the case is actually made out of cement, which is why this weighed about 800 pounds when a normal baby grand should weigh 400 to 500 at most. It's just something that I've never seen before. They just glued the veneer right over the cement. I don't know, I just can't wrap my head around it. But we'll continue with the records. Yeah, I thought it might be fun to maybe dig through these crates a little bit, and we'll pull out a couple more records and talk about them real quick. I know you guys and gals out there want to see what's in here. I've got a little Motown section, some Junior Walker, Temptations, Sam and Dave, Eddie Floyd, Aretha, kind of go into Rhythmics, and Harvey Mandel, Greg Kihn, It's a Beautiful Day. This is actually a really good album. Jimmy Cliff, Counting Crows. Okay, this one here, I got this in the same box of records that I got the Soylent Green record in. I'm going to take this out. This is a picture disc. I put it in a paper sleeve so it wouldn't end up sticking to the plastic. This is how I got it. It was just stuck in this plastic. This is a weird album because it doesn't say anything on it whatsoever about what it is, where it was made. There's no copyright date. There's no band name. There's no record label. Absolutely nothing. The only thing on here is a picture of, well, Jan Brady. So I put it on and played it, and it sounds like Patti Smith. You'd swear it was Patti Smith. Right down to the band, the voice, the song, everything. So I did a little checking online and found out that it's actually not Patti Smith. What this is, the band's name is Eve Plumb, the actress who played Jan Brady. They're from New York City. It came out in 1994, and the record actually is good, but you'd swear it was Patti Smith. Sounds just like her. I believe that this is worth about $30, something like that. So it's just weird. Usually there's around the rim or in here they'll have a date or something. Well, not on this. So, anyway, continuing on, I'm going to talk about this album here, which is one of my prized possessions. This is the Longines Symphony presents 40 Funky Hits. There's just about every single, I'm going to open this up, every single novelty song from the 1960s. Now, the Longines, they used to have TV infomercials, ads on late night independent television shows in between the commercials, in between bad movies. So I want to point out right here that this is the gold medal winning recording. So it's like, ooh. I'm going to open this up. I found this at the dump too. Now there's all the songs on 3 albums. Virtually everything from the 1960s that you could possibly ever want to listen to. All on the Longines Symphonette. Now here's the inner sleeve, and again it proclaims the gold medal recording. I'm not sure, it doesn't say on here who gave this gold medal or how they got this gold medal. So I got a kind of feeling that they probably just gave it to themselves just to say, well, these are so good that this is a gold medal winning recording. The record plays fine. I kind of like that there's only 5 or 6 songs on each side instead of the others that they would have. They have like 12 songs stuffed in there. So it's actually got pretty good fidelity. All right, one more, and we're going to go over in this box over here, and we're going to go through this. Hey, everybody needs to have an album, right? Go through here, and we're just going to flip through some of these records real quick here. Go through some The Animals, Dave Mason. This is what I wanted. Okay, this is a weird record. I kind of got the feeling that Isaac Hayes sort of reached his zenith during Shaft. That other album he released, the Hot Buttered Soul, that's got some good songs on it. This one, not so much. I don't know. It was not really my cup of tea, number one. And I probably would have purged this, except for the fact that, well, we're going to bring it over here. I have seen this shown, but not for quite a while. And there's a good thing there's a hole been punched through it, because I figured out how to fold it all back together again. As usually it'll take me 2 or 3 times once I open it up to fold it back up. All right, so we're going to open this up. Well, there's a good picture of Isaac right there. Flip that over there. And then this opens up like this. I mean, it's going to take up the whole table. Here's the, open this up. Yeah, I know. It's insane. Now, this is a double album set. The first record is in this custom jacket. And there it is right there. Now, the second record is just in this paper jacket. So I don't know if this was supposed to be a bonus album. Is this a double album and they just ran out of money and they couldn't print another custom sleeve for it? It's got the hole in it, so it has to have come like this. If anybody out there knows why this is like this, I'd like to know. And there's Isaac right there in his pose. So that's, like I said, I probably would have purged this because the music's number, like I said, it's not my cup of tea, number one, and number two, I don't think it's really very good. So anyway, that's my foray into some weird stuff. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank everyone who watched my last video. And I'll be seeing you probably at the beginning of May at some point, and I'm going to do the Steppenwolf record ranking video. So thank you, and bye-bye now.